What's going on, YouTube? It's Ocho coming at y'all with another reaction video.
Remember, nightcap doesn't happen without you.
Unk
So
got
please
some
subscribe
explaining to do, man. How this Raiders team is going to go this year, man.
4-13.
Tom Telesco got fired,
cleaning house.
and it's looking crazy right now.
Fired
I ain't
head
gonna
coach
lie.
Antonio Pierce. The Raiders announced that they're fired general manager Tom Telesco. This marks the second time in the last 13 months that Telesco has been fired by an AFC West team. Telesco was fired by the
Antonio Pierce got
11
fired.
years of service.
Well, we already know about that.
63-21 beatdown at the hands of the Raiders last December. They got beat 63. Damn. The Raiders then made the decision to hire Telesco last January and now firing him. Telesco's long draft class of Vegas was actually pretty impressive.
For sure.
Jackson Powers Johnson and Delmar Glaze both started 14, had 14 starts apiece on the offensive line. While number 13 overall pick, Brock Biles was the first year tight end that set an had the most
catches
by a rookie in NFL history. He had 112 catches, 5 catches short. Zach Ertz has that record, 116, when he played with the Eagles.
He's going to be one of the greatest tight ends that ever played the game. I'm going to let y'all know right now.
But I was surprised that he stayed, considering that you fired Antonio Pierce. And normally what happens, Ocho, normally you clean house. You fire the head coach, you clean house.
Right. For sure.
And I mean, obviously, it might be a relationship. Might be some relationship on why he stayed.
Well, he only stayed 2 extra days. They got him up out of there. This is very interesting because Tom is calling the games.
Yeah.
But he's also very, very involved with the decision making.
Very heavily.
Right.
Bless you. Man, come here, man. Damn, Ocho.
Damn.
I did. I said I chew.
I know. Damn.
My hands are over
It's
my
too
mouth.
Nah, coughing in your hands is crazy. Sneezing in your hands is crazy.
I said I sneezing.
Is that Unk in the bed?
Cover my mic. Damn.
That's Unk in the bed. Nah, you a freak,
Y'all
Unk.
see that man sneezing and he cover his mouth.
All right, come on, man.
No can do.
I'm confused. I sneeze and I cover my mouth.
Oh my God.
Damn.
They got an attention span of a squirrel. Come on, Unk.
Yeah, the chat saw me cover my mouth.
Man, what
It's still on this.
And then I got the AC on in the house by accident.
Ooh.
Oh my God. All right, we just gonna listen to them talk all day.
I mean, even when you're in private, you could like cover,
Right. I just did. I sneezed into my hand.
No. Man, then you go dap people and you quick to dap everybody up. Bring it in here. Oh no. From now on,
See, I don't even dap people.
When I would treat you like COVID, let's butt the elbow.
I don't dap up.
No.
I'm a hugger.
COVID.
Nah, hugging is crazy. Man, he blowing his nose. Come on.
Who?
You. Ebola.
What's that?
This niggas talking about Ebola.
In Miami had Ebola. The monkey bit you and the monkey died. So I don't know what you got.
These niggas cannot be serious.
Ebola, he bite you and he die.
Our franchise cannot be that terrible that they talking about Ebola. And went from sneezing to sneezing in the hand to Ebola.
And he bit you, you bit him back, and he died, and ain't nothing happened to you. I don't know what strand you got.
You bite me, you finna get bit back. That go for everybody.
Where do you believe the Raiders should
look
for a head
Can we talk? Thank you. Appreciate you, Unc.
Obviously, Coach Belichick signed with the
I got
University
food
of North
coming
Carolina,
soon, Unc.
Tar Heels. He has a buyout June 1st of $1 million, but if you were to leave now, it'll cost him $10 million. So, I mean, it's still a possibility, $10 million. I mean, hey, you get the Raiders, y'all want me bad enough. I mean, considering Tampa gave up 2 first rounders, they gave $8 million in cash. If you want, hey, look, they got obviously the Raiders don't have the influx of cash. This is a mom and pop shop.
Wait, I thought they had the highest cap salary in the NFL.
So it's like, he's not littered with money. He doesn't have billions and billions of dollars like some of these other owners. The only thing that he operates is the Raiders. You know, a lot of these other owners, they have outside businesses. Jerry got, you know, a gas company. He got this, and he got car dealerships in Brazil. You got Shad Khan, who has car parks and all that stuff going on. So there are a lot of guys that have other things. Obviously, we know what the Walton Penner family have. That guy's worth $80 billion.
Wow.
So $10 million to him ain't nothing. But that's a substantial amount of money, considering now we still don't know what the arbitration is with John Gruden. John Gruden had 3 years on that deal.
Right.
No, John Gruden had like 6 years on that deal.
Damn.
6 or 7 years. He signed a 10-year deal for $100 million. And he had 6, 7 years, so he had 60, 70 million. Arbitration is coming. Okay. They had a coach after him. They fired him.
Damn.
Oh, Josh McDaniels.
You got to get
So they got Josh McDaniels on the payroll. Okay, you just had AP. AP had to sign at least a 3-year deal. So you got him on the payroll. So you still got a damn near probably $80-90 million in coaches that don't coach for you.
Yeah, they do have to still. Yeah, they still have to still pay him.
And
I never really thought about that.
I think earlier this year, the NFL issued a memo about all this guaranteed money. Coaches and players, they let Russ go, $30+ million. Kirk Cousins, we're gonna see what's happening. We see a lot of coaches and like players being let go with a substantial amount of guaranteed money or still on the books.
I don't
know. But the Raiders got to do. Look, the Raiders things are better when the Raiders are good. There are certain teams that, you know, the old guard, the Steelers doing well. The Broncos all of a sudden come back. Yeah, you want, you know, anytime you got the great quarterbacks, you got Mahomes, you got Lamar, Josh Allen, you got Goff. It's better when you have the old guards. Those fans show up. Steelers, they're going to show up in Baltimore.
Right.
Or the Broncos, they show up.
Right.
Teams like that travel, the Packers, they show up. And so, but the Raiders need to get this thing figured out. I mean, all these coaches that they've hired, they haven't been to the play. They went to the playoffs. Nah, they lost to y'all. Wasn't Derek Carr's last year they went to the playoffs. They ended up losing to the Bengals. I think the year y'all went to the Super Bowl.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car.
Yeah, they did.
Okay,
they
ready?
did.
All right, $118 for car insurance.
This is like how much I was they're bringing up some old school shit. I remember it though.
2021.
Was that 2021?
2021. Yeah, I believe so. But listen.
Oh, wait, hold on. I got some food. Hold on. Food came fast as hell.
Raiders, I mean, it would be one that was sought after if the quarterback situation was intact. It's not. It's up in the air. No disrespect to the quarterbacks that are there, but they're just not gonna get it done. Players get coaches fired. And if you don't have a quarterback at the helm that can work an offense, that can at least give you a chance to compete week in and week out, I mean, you get in the job just to get fired because you're gonna be on a short leash, you know. And you can't.
Yeah, we talked about this before.
Coach, well, how do you expect me to win when I don't have the tools in my toolbox to go out there and compete? And it all starts with having my Allen wrench. My Allen wrench is my quarterback. If I ain't got no goddamn Allen wrench, how the hell am I supposed to fix the goddamn engine?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what it all starts with. So I'm not sure why even Belichick would even want to come to the Raiders until that situation at the quarterback, and I can play with this. Now, if I can find that centerpiece, I can build.
I ain't gonna lie, he ain't gonna come here anyway. Too much shit going on. Not to mention, he just signed all these people from North Carolina pulling up to their cribs. You feel me? Making all these decisions. He ain't coming to us. That's a fact.
Build around that, and then I can compete against the better teams, especially in that division. Look in the division.
Yeah, I mean, if you go look at the division, Mahomes, 29.
Yeah,
so you got to deal with him for another 5 to 10 years. You got old Knicks, who's 24. You got to deal with him for another 5 to 10 years. You got Justin Herbert, who's probably 25. You got to deal with him for another 5 to 10 years. So in order for you to
thought that was the hair in my
shit. Same thing with Kansas. But the hair from in the AFC North. You got Joe Burrow and you got Lamar. You're going to have to deal with those guys for the foreseeable future. And that's what you're dealing with in the NFC East. You got Hurts and you got Jaden Daniels. Okay, Giants. Y'all gonna have to figure.
I'm gonna be real with you. We ain't worried about Hurts. I'm gonna be real with you.
Figure it out. You got to get a quarterback because that, you know, they're gonna be. Look, they'll win more games than what.
We'll take them now. If he gets released, we'll take him. Come on down. I don't mind you.
They won last year. They just got to be consistent. Dak's got to stay healthy and not turn the ball over at the most inopportune time. But without a quarterback, and you got a division that's quarterback-centric, and you don't have one, you're not winning. You're not winning that division. You're not winning the AFC West without a damn good quarterback, because you got to go through Mahomes, Herbert, and Bo Nix now. So that's 3.
Yeah.
I'll give Bo Nix. Put the food down. I'll give Bo Nix 2 years, and he's out.
And you're going to have to beat Mahomes. That's why they wanted to, they probably won the division every year since 2015. As a matter of fact, they're the only team that's won the division since in that division. Because they had Alex Smith for a year or two, and then they got my homeboy. And he had never lost the division. As a matter of fact, he's never not been in the AFC Championship game since he's been a starter.
Wow.
So that's what you're up against if you're in a division with a quarterback-centric. That's why New England, nobody had a quarterback that could go toe-to-toe with Brady.
No.
And when what was that division that they had with Peyton when they was in the AFC? How you go if you can't go toe-to-toe with Peyton? How you gonna win?
Yeah.
That's why when Peyton goes to the AFC West, they didn't have a quarterback. Phillip Rivers was the only really quarterback, but he could not gun Peyton.
Nah,
not
at all.
So you got to have a division, and I don't really know. Look, I was, as a matter of fact, I was just at the stadium, Allegiant Stadium, the other night. Nice stadium, very modern, very up to date. I'm not going to be surprised if the Super Bowl is not back in Vegas in the next 5 years. Obviously, you see, it's going to be in 28. It's going back to SoFi. Also, the Olympics is in SoFi. Also, the World Cup, quarterfinals, semifinals, is going to be in SoFi.
Yeah.
So it's going to come back to Allegiant Stadium. But Raiders got to figure this thing out. They've got to get a quarterback, and they've got to get a coach, and they got to give him more than a year or two, Ocho.
Yeah, you have to. You have to, because it takes time. NFL owners that have money, that have businesses outside of football, they know that in order to fix my business, one of the things that I can do is throw money at it. The NFL don't work like that. You ain't just throwing money at coaches. You ain't throwing money at players and expecting change to happen overnight. That's not the way the NFL works at all. When it comes to businesses outside of football,
it is a business.
Yes. Throwing money
It
works.
is a business, Ocho, and sometimes you can bring a new CEO. He has a different vision, and it's like, okay, instead of this, we're going to do this, and we're going to restructure some things. I don't give a damn who you bring in the head coach. If he ain't got no quarterback, he ain't doing diddly poop. I don't care.
I know that's right.
There's never been one that good to be able to overcome. Obviously, you look at Joe Gibbs. Joe Gibbs won 3 Super Bowls, and none of his quarterbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Oh, never mind.
Bill Parcells, he's won 2 with none of his quarterbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Yeah. But you think about how many Super Bowls that they played. Most of the other quarterbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Joe Flacco isn't in. Joe Flacco isn't in the Hall of Fame. But for the most part, quarterbacks that win Super Bowls, they go to the Hall of Fame. And their coach is in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Parcells is in. Gibbs is in. Look at the coaches that's won Super Bowls. For the most part, once they leave the game, 5 years wait, maybe it's a couple of years. Obviously, guys like Bud Grant, I'm
not going to lie, I know who that is.
Coach Lombardi.
I know Lombardi.
Coach Shula. Guys like that.
I know Shula.
Ocho, they ain't waiting. But some of the coaches, you have to wait a little longer than others. But
I say at least 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years to flip around the whole coaching. Because if you give them a year, they really don't. They're already set up with a team that the last coach that got fired had. You feel me? So that's really not fair. I'll give them 2 years. 3 years is pushing it, depending on how good the second year is.
Not a quarterback, you're not going anywhere, Ocho. And the Raiders right now, they haven't had a quarterback. They had Derek Carr. For whatever reason, Coach Gruden really never really wrapped his arms around him and really never embraced him.
Right.
And he has good games. He's like, okay, I really. And then you're like, bro, what are you doing? And Coach Gruden probably was thinking like, bro, you about to get me fired, so I got to move on from you. But then the emails popped up, and then the NFL did what they did, and
that was a wrap for him.
Mark Davis felt that he needed to do what he did, but he wasn't happy with it. He really didn't want to get rid of Coach Gruden. But the NFL like,
you gotta do something.
You gotta move on. So the Raiders fired Tom Telesco. They've also let go of Antonio Pierce. So they're looking for a head coach and a general manager to come in and oversee the Raiders and see if they can turn this thing around.
That's going to be interesting to see, man. Nightcap, they did their thing. I ain't going to lie. Now, for me, I feel like Brian Johnson is going to be... No, not Brian Johnson. What's his name? The bull from the Lions, the offensive coordinator. I feel like that's going to be a good one. He knows how to work his offensive linemen, putting them in different positions. He has these crazy trick plays. I don't know if y'all seen that one crazy trick play when Jared Goff was faking like he was falling, and Jahmyr Gibbs also faked like he was falling. Yo, bro, it was such a crazy play, bro. They faked like it was falling, making the defense commit. Not to mention, there's wide receivers already down the field about to you know what I'm saying? About to be at the end zone. Those are deep passes, Sam Laporta. Boom! Sam Laporta on the Lions? Anywho, yo, touchdown. That shit was crazy, bro. The way he runs his offense is top tier. You feel me? So if he becomes our head coach, I'm going to be really excited for that. They also talked about Rob Saleh, the guy that got fired from the Jets. Yeah, nah, we're good off him. I'm good. If he can't coach Aaron Rodgers, he definitely can't coach our team. So, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. Appreciate everybody that stopped by. We're going to be keeping up with Raiders news because, we are Raiders fans. If you ain't see from the towel in the background, we do this shit. We die hards. So, if you're new, do all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. It's a little too wavy. Reactions. And I'm done reacting.